All right, I'm on page 28. I'm looking at problem 15. Ron is looking at prices of printers over the internet. He finds a printer that was originally $212 and is now on sale for $159. So it was originally $212 and now it is on sale for $159. So that is a change of $53. And this is a decrease or a discount. So we could say that the price dropped $53. We can also use the word discount. Ron calculates the percent change in price to be 75%. Which statement best describes Ron's error? Well, I'm going to do this myself and see what I get. The original was $212. We have a discount of 53% of $53, and we're going to find the percent. So that's 5,300 divided by 212. And that is 25%. So he did make an error. The question is, how? Ron divided 159 by 212 when he should have divided 212 by 159. Well, 159 by 212, if you divide that, is 75%. 212 by 159 is 1.33 or 133%. Okay, I don't think that's got anything to do with it. Let's try the others. Ron correctly divided 159 by 212. But then he did not multiply by 100. Well, yeah, he did, because he thinks the answer is 75%. So this is not the answer, and this is not the answer. Ron divided by 159 by 212 when he should have subtracted 159 minus 212 and then divided the difference by 212. That's the true statement. He was dividing the two prices instead of figuring out the difference in the two prices. Ron correctly found the difference of 159 and 212, but then he did not divide by 212. And that's a false statement, because the difference between 212 and 159 is not 75. It's 53. And then E says that Ron subtracted the wrong way. He did 212 minus 159. Well, no, he didn't, because 212 minus 159 is 53, not 75. So I think the answer is C. That's the only true statement in the bunch. Number 16, we already know this one. What is the correct discount? And again, they have used the word discount in the problem, so we don't have to put the negative sign on there. The discount was 25%, and in this case, they did put the minus 25. No, they didn't. Sorry, I missed C. It's going to be C. 25% because they've used that word discount in the problem. So I'm going to go with C again on this one. Number 17. 17 and 18 refer to the information and the table. A golf course offers a yearly membership. The first year it opened, the membership fee was $1,400. The membership fees for the next 5 years are shown in the table. So the original, the year it opened, was $1,400. And then in year 2, it went to $1,200. Year 3, it went to $1,250. Year 4, it went to $1,500. Year 5, back down to $1,400. And year 6, $1,450. Which year had the greatest percentage change from the previous year? Oh no. Okay, let me revise this just a hair. We need to organize this, or I do. I'm not changing anything. I'm just going to put it in table form. They would have to ask this, wouldn't they? So I'm going to put in 5, 6 years. Don't panic. We've got this. I want to add another column in my table. So the original was $1,400. Sorry, let me do it this way. Original was $1,400. The year 2, it was $1,200. So this was a decrease of $200. Year 3, it went to $1,250. So that was the increase of $50. 4, it went to $1,500 from $1,250. So that's going to be $250 on the increase. In year 5, it went back down to $1,400. So that was a loss of $100. And then in year 6, it went up to $1,450. So it gained $50. The question is, which year had the greatest percent change from the previous year? So we are focusing on the change in percentages. So to look at this, we can almost, I think, figure it out. Do I want to take the chance? I don't. Let's just go ahead and do it the way we're supposed to. Sometimes my shortcuts get me in trouble. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to draw yet another column on here. And we are going to do some proportions in this last column. And let me just draw a little one and I'll set it up and just copy it. So I'm going to put a proportion in here and we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to have to figure out the change. And in this particular case, the difference between them is 200. The original was 1,400. And so let's work this problem. We have 200 times 100. I do recommend using a calculator here. So this is about a decrease of, I'm going to round to the nearest whole, so about negative 14%. And I'm going to highlight these as I get them so we can compare. So that's that one. Here comes this one. So we have an increase of 50. And last year it was $1,200. So I have 5,000 divided by 1,200, and that is about plus 4. Again, I'm going to highlight it just so I can compare. Then here comes the next one. I don't like this question, but it's a good one because they're forcing me to do a lot of calculation. So the change is 250 over 1,250 last year. So 250 times 100 divided by 1,250 is 20% in the positive direction. That would have been my guess, but let's make sure. And then we have a negative 100 over 1,500. And there's the 100. So we have 100 times 100. It's 10,000 divided by 1,500 is negative 6. Let's round it. Negative 7%. And then finally, we have a plus 50 on 1,450. So we have 5,000 divided by 1,450 is about 3% in the positive direction. So the question is, which one of those is the greatest? And I like answer C. Let me be sure. Year 4. Yes. And finally, number 18. We already have the work done here. Which year had the least percentage change from the previous year? The least change. And I assume that means positive or negative change. I'm going to need to look at the answer on this one to make sure I understand the question. So page 28. Let me start back up here and get all of these. 15 is C. 16 is C. 17 is C. And 18 is A. Year 2. Yes, okay. So they are actually going for the lowest number. Which year had the least percent change from the previous year? Okay, the wording of this one bothers me just a hair, so give me just a second to make sure I'm telling you correctly. To calculate percent change, subtract the old membership from the new one and divide by the old one, then multiply by 100. Okay, we've already got all that. The percent change was... Okay, so they're literally going for let me just show you. You have negative 14, positive 4, positive 20, negative 7, and positive 3. And they're saying the least change. So they want you to actually go with the lowest number. They're saying the answer is A. I was reading that as the least absolute value, and that's not what they wanted us to do. So the answer to number 18 is A. All right, I'm going to stop this video, and I'll meet you back for page 29. And we have 29 and 30, and we will have this one wrapped up.